Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, completely aware but unable to move? Your eyes are open. The room feels charged. Your body feels heavy. You try to speak, but nothing comes out. You try to move your arm, but it feels locked. And then your mind does the thing minds do when they are scared. It looks for a reason. Maybe you sense a presence. Maybe you see a shadow in the corner. Maybe you feel pressure on your chest. Maybe you hear a sound, feel a vibration, or get the strange feeling that you are halfway outside your body. And now the question hits, was that just sleep paralysis, or was it spiritual? Today, we are decoding the spiritual meaning of sleep paralysis, shadow figures, astral projection, spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, awakening symptoms, nighttime fear, nervous system signals, and the strange threshold state where your body is asleep, but your awareness is awake. But we are doing this the Code of Ascension way. No fear, no demon panic, no fake certainty, no turning a terrifying body state into a spiritual horror movie. Because the deeper question is not, what was attacking me? The deeper question is, what happened when your awareness crossed the threshold before your body was ready to move? Before we go spiritual, we have to ground this. Sleep paralysis can have ordinary sleep-related causes. It can happen when your awareness wakes up before the body has fully released the natural paralysis that happens during REM sleep. In plain language, your mind comes online before your movement does. That can feel terrifying, but the body is not broken. During dreaming, the body naturally reduces movement, so you do not act out your dreams. The problem is the timing. If consciousness returns while the body is still in that sleep lock, you can feel awake, trapped, and vulnerable at the same time. Sleep paralysis can be more likely when you are sleep deprived, stressed, sleeping on your back, keeping an irregular sleep schedule, or dealing with anxiety or certain sleep conditions. So if this keeps happening, if it disrupts your life, if you have extreme daytime sleepiness, breathing problems, sudden weakness, or other concerning symptoms, talk with a qualified medical professional. That is not unspiritual. That is discernment. Code of Ascension does not teach you to ignore the body so you can chase a mystical explanation. Your body is the instrument. The instrument is exhausted, overloaded, or afraid of sleep. The signal can distort. So the grounded rule is simple. Check the body first, then interpret the symbol. Now here is the spiritual layer. Sleep paralysis often happens in a threshold state. You are not fully asleep. You are not fully awake. You are in the hallway between worlds. And hallways feel strange because they are not meant to be lived in for long. This is why so many people describe the experience as spiritual. The normal daytime mind is not fully in control. Dream imagery can leak into the room. Fear can become a shape. Pressure can become a presence. The unknown can feel alive. And because the body cannot move, the mind may interpret the whole experience as danger. But danger is not the only interpretation. In Code of Ascension language, sleep paralysis is a gateway, not a threat. Not because every episode is supernatural, not because you should chase it, but because it shows you what happens when body, dream, nervous system, and symbolism overlap. When you panic, the gateway looks hostile. When you regulate, the same threshold can become a mirror. It may reveal fear you have not processed. It may reveal religious programming that still lives in the body. It may reveal a spiritual sensitivity you have not learned how to ground. Or it may simply reveal that you are exhausted and your sleep rhythm needs care. The point is not to force a dramatic answer. The point is to stop letting fear write the whole story. Now we have to talk about the shadow figure, because this is the part that sends people straight into panic searches at 3 in the morning. A dark shape in the room, a figure near the bed, something watching, something standing in the corner, something pressing on the chest. If you have experienced this, I am not going to tell you it was not intense. It can feel incredibly real. But intensity is not the same thing as certainty. A shadow figure during sleep paralysis may be the mind trying to explain danger while the body cannot move. Your nervous system says, I am vulnerable. Your brain says, why? And in a dream-wake state, that why can become an image. Spiritually, the shadow figure can also be symbolic. It may represent fear, suppressed grief, old religious terror, a part of yourself you avoid, a memory you have not integrated, a pattern that feels bigger in the dark than it does in daylight. That does not mean you should invite fear in or pretend you feel fine. It means you do not have to immediately call the experience a demon, a curse, or an attack. Sometimes the shadow is not an enemy. Sometimes it is fear wearing a shape. The move is simple. Breathe. Do not argue with the image. Remind yourself, my body is waking up. This will pass. Then, when you are fully awake, journal what the figure felt like before you decide what it was. Sleep paralysis and astral projection often get linked because both can involve buzzing, vibration, floating, room awareness, or the feeling of separating from the body. Some esoteric traditions treat this state as a possible doorway into out-of-body awareness. That is one interpretation. It is not a guarantee. The grounded middle is important here. If you believe the experience had an astral layer, hold that as spiritual interpretation. If you prefer the sleep science frame, hold it as dream imagery overlapping with waking awareness. You do not have to turn the whole thing into a fight between science and spirit. The same goes for spiritual warfare. A lot of content online will tell you sleep paralysis is automatically a spiritual attack. And if you come from a tradition where prayer, scripture, or protection language helps you feel safe, use it. Pray if prayer grounds you. Call on God if that brings you peace. Repeat a sacred phrase if it helps your body remember safety. But do not let fear content train you to dread sleep. Not every frightening threshold experience is an enemy. Not every shadow is a demon. Not every intense sensation is a spiritual battle. Sometimes your nervous system is activated. Sometimes your dream state is leaking. Sometimes the body needs rest. Sometimes the spiritual lesson is not warfare. It is discernment. You can protect your energy without declaring war on your own body. Sleep paralysis can also show up during intense seasons of love, money, career, and spiritual awakening. Not because the universe is punishing you, because pressure opens thresholds, transition opens thresholds, emotional vulnerability opens thresholds, and the night often reveals what the daytime mind keeps contained. In love, the symbolism can be about vulnerability without agency. You are aware, exposed, and unable to move. That may mirror a relationship where you feel emotionally trapped, afraid to speak, or unsure whether your body feels safe. Be careful though. Do not project the experience onto a person and decide they are attacking you spiritually. Ask what pattern is being shown, not who to blame. In money and career, sleep paralysis can symbolize pressure without movement. You can see the next step, but something in you freezes. Maybe it is visibility. Maybe it is responsibility. Maybe it is debt, leadership, a launch, a job change, or a decision that feels bigger than your current identity. During awakening, this state can feel like a sign because your sensitivity is higher. Dreams get louder. Nighttime gets stranger. Repeating numbers appear. You wake at odd hours. Your body starts noticing subtle shifts. But awakening without grounding can turn every sensation into an emergency. So the question becomes, where am I awake, but frozen? Where am I aware, but not moving? Where do I need safety before I force action? If sleep paralysis happens again, do not try to solve the mystery while you are inside it. Your first job is not interpretation. Your first job is regulation. Use this method. First, name it. This is sleep paralysis. My body is waking up. Second, breathe through the smallest exhale you can find. You do not need a perfect breath, just a signal of safety. Third, focus on one tiny movement. The toe, a finger, the tongue, the eyes. Do not try to throw your whole body awake at once. Fourth, do not feed the image. You sense a presence. Keep attention on breath, prayer, or one fixed point. Fifth, when movement returns, sit up slowly. Turn on a soft light if you need to. Drink water. Touch something physical. Let the room become ordinary again. And please hear this part. Do not immediately doom scroll the scariest interpretation you can find. That is how a sleep event becomes a fear loop. Your body just went through something intense. Do not hand it horror content as aftercare. After you are calm, then reflect. What was happening in your life? Were you stressed, sleep deprived, emotionally overwhelmed, spiritually overstimulated? Were you sleeping on your back? Did the episode happen around the same theme, person, prayer, or decision? The meaning becomes clearer after the nervous system comes back online. The shadow lesson of sleep paralysis is this. Fear can make the unknown look hostile. When you cannot move, the mind wants certainty fast. It would rather say, I was attacked, than sit with ambiguity. But spiritual maturity often begins where certainty ends. Maybe the experience is asking you to stop giving your power to fear content. Maybe it is asking you to heal old spiritual programming. Maybe it is asking you to care for your sleep rhythm. Maybe it is asking you to stop forcing mystical explanations before the body feels safe. Use this journal method after the episode. Write, before I name the experience I felt, then list the raw feeling: fear, pressure, grief, curiosity, shame, awe, helplessness. Then write, in my waking life, I feel aware but unable to move around. Be honest. A relationship, a career choice, spiritual practice, conversation, a boundary, a money decision. Then write, the grounded next step is, that next step might be rest, a better sleep schedule, prayer without panic, talking to a professional, moving your body, having the conversation, setting the boundary, cracking the pattern, or simply refusing to turn one intense night into a belief system. Try this sentence. I can respect the mystery without becoming afraid of it. That is the work. Not fear, not denial, discernment. So what does sleep paralysis mean spiritually? It can mean you entered a threshold state. It can mean your body was asleep while your awareness came online. It can mean your nervous system felt vulnerable. It can mean subconscious fear took symbolic form. It can mean awakening is asking for grounding. It can mean your shadow is asking to be witnessed without panic. And yes, for some people, it may feel connected to astral projection, prayer, protection, or spiritual sensitivity. But the Code of Ascension message is this: do not let fear become your teacher when discernment is available. Check the body, notice the timing, track the pattern, pray if prayer grounds you, regulate before you interpret, and remember, the threshold is not automatically a threat. Sometimes it is just a doorway your nervous system has not learned how to stand inside yet. If this connected with you, read the full Sleep Paralysis Spiritual Meaning Guide on Code of Ascension. Link in description. Until then, stay grounded, respect the mystery, and keep ascending. Like, comment, and subscribe to Code of Ascension for more light code insights.